Iida, what are you planning, buddy? What are you planning? Okay, Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you guys my review for My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 13. We're pretty much, the sports festival's done, and we're moving on to a new arc. This time, the hero's doing a little internship training, of course. And right off the bat, the one thing I want to mention about this episode, I'll get into the heavy stuff soon, but right off the bat, I want to talk about the opening. Um, the opening part of well, having watched this opening, I realized that look, I like the opening still. I like the opening song, but looking at the visuals, I realize we're in a new arc now. So I'm hoping that that's somewhere in the next couple episodes we're still gonna. I hope we still have the opening song, but I'm hoping that the visuals in terms of the opening are changed here soon. Like I said, we are entering a new arc, so I'm hoping that the visuals on the opening change. Like I don't want the song to change, but I do want the visuals to change here soon. So yeah. Um, yeah. Let's get into the heavy stuff again. Like I said, um, in the in the beginning of the episode, we pretty much see that the students are experiencing the whole backlash popularity that they received from the sports festival, and of course, a lot of them being kids and teenagers with just being kids and teenagers, they're not really thinking of the consequences that are going to come with this. But the thing about it is that I don't think they realize that with this this new fame and notoriety they've gotten, I think that that's going to make them easier targets for villains because honestly, like in this case, I would just chalk it up as a whole 15 minutes of fame kind of thing. But honestly, guys, there is definitely going to be like guys that this isn't going to be a 15 minutes of fame kind of thing. This is one of those things where it is going to stick with them for pretty much a while. I imagine like. Yeah, they are going to. I think with this, yeah, they are going to be targets for villains with this whole new fame and notoriety they've gotten from the sports festival. Um, also, and like I said, another key point of this episode was pretty much just them choosing pretty much their hero names and their the key points of this episode were them choosing their hero code names and the hero and the hero offices where they were wanting to intern. And when it got to the whole hero naming things, and Yugo, the guy with the naval laser, steps up and he says, "I." He had that whole I want to I am the sparkling hero or I will forever sparkle or something on his name. I was like, Yugo, what the fuck, bro? Like seriously, that shit was insane. But aside from that, like there's a lot of creative hero names in there, and yeah, I think that's just a testament to the writer's creativity is that he has all these creative hero names. Although Bakugo still has yet to choose his, I guess. Um, and it was also kind of funny how President Mike was essentially the one who chose Aizawa's hero name of E. It was interesting to see, or was the origin of Aizawa's hero name, and how President Mike was the one who chose it. I forget if that was in the manga or not, but whether or not it's a nice little detail, I guess. But yeah, actually, now let's move on to Izuku and Iida for a second. Izuku and Iida for a second here. Now, Izuku, he when they were picking the hero names, he chose the name Deku, and it is interesting to note how Deku, how Izuku like pretty much like pretty much how others have said how Deku, if you pronounce it as if you look at it a certain way, is in fact a name that if you look at it a certain way can mean it can inspire people. And I like how Izuku is using that name that insult Deku that Bakugo always used to call him, and he's turning into a positive like you originally said he would do to Bakugo when they were in that for hero versus villain whole training simulation. So yeah, it shows that Izuku is pretty much is taking from all these lessons and all these experiences, and he's using it in order to make himself a better hero. And just and him choosing the name Deku is the first step in that process, I believe. Um, Another thing to talk about is Iida. Now, when it came time for the whole for pretty much the whole Iida for pretty much for the naming, his his when we see a flashback to Iida when he was visiting his brother in the hospital, Tensei, and how Tensei said that he can't feel his legs. Essentially he's paralyzed from pretty much the waist down now. And Tensei said, "Look, I entrust my and when you're there picking your name, I entrust my hero name to you. Use the name in use the name in Genium. Use it to carry on the legacy of the Iida family and whatnot." And the thing about it is, Iida when Iida was writing down his name, when Iida was writing down his name, it showed that he said he wasn't ready in order to take on is his brother's hero name, but also in a way, I have a feeling that something is going to happen in order to change his mind on that one, because there are actually a lot of heavy and subtle hints in this episode that drop that Iida is looking for revenge. Like he is going, like I feel Iida is going down is going down extremely dark paths in this episode, and I have a feeling he's pretty much out for revenge against the person who did this to his brother. And the thing about it is, if the person who did this is who I think it is, then Iida going after revenge is pretty much doing exactly what this new villain is wanting. Like he's basically proving what this hero is saying, what this person is saying. If the person is in fact Stain who did that to his brother, then Iida is doing exactly what Stain is fighting against. Stain is fighting against the heroes who pretend to be heroes, but in a way, Ida's doing the exact opposite of what a hero should be. He's going out for revenge. He's not looking to save anyone. So, yeah, it should be some interesting and compelling stuff, honestly. Um, and but yeah, just the little hints of how Ida was acting, and how we saw how he was interning in I think it Hosu City, where his brother ended up being taken down. So yeah, just the hints are all there as to Ida looking for revenge, and yeah, that should be pretty interesting, I think. Um, also, I another thing to note in this episode is that even though Izuku didn't technically receive any 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 recommendations or any job offers from pretty much just from the alone alone from I guess the sports festival, he did receive one offer, and that was from apparently a hero called Grand Torino, who was apparently All Might's teacher, or All Might's teacher, who taught him who was his homeroom teacher when he was attending UA. And if you look at the silhouette of the younger version of the character of Gran Torino, you'll notice he has a very similar appearance to the short old man who appeared in the beginning of season 2. Coincidence? I don't fucking buy that shit whatsoever. I have a very distinct feeling that Gran Torino is in fact that old man who appeared in the beginning in the beginning of season 2, and he's the old man who was who appeared in the little I think it was a preview of what's to come after episode 12. And yeah, if that is the case, and that old man is Gran Torino, then that guy's gonna be one kick-ass old man. I'm just saying, like, from what I've seen of the preview of what's to come after this, that old man is going to be a sick beast. Is going to be an amazing character, and a kick-ass character too. He's going to be one of those kick-ass old man characters. I can just tell that right off the bat. But yeah, guys, a good episode in this a good episode, and again the animation was on point. Then again, there wasn't much action in this one, so I guess that also that proved it too. But yeah, this episode was great, guys. It gives just a whole lot of introduction to exactly how the sports festival has affected the characters and whatnot, and that's something I always really like, is seeing how the characters' actions have an effect on their lives, kind of thing. Because it is par for the course for being a hero that your actions are gonna have an effect. So yeah. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, or follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Night of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.